But I think for in general, I'm trying to focus a lot more on like money, which I've never really done.
A lot
So
more on making money, getting money.
making, saving, investing. I started maybe the last quarter of 2021, and I feel good about putting time and effort now to invest in my financial future. It's kind of like
Okay.
I'm just everything I'm doing now is somehow putting me in a better position for the future
It's like the
financially.
hustle bustle part of making money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so trying to focus more on money and just like I want to look back at my 2021 year and look at all the things that I really enjoyed, gave me a lot of happiness and things I want to do again, schedule those in more for this year, coming year, and then look at the things that the lessons and the hard mistakes and like the failures and be like, okay, well, either less of those or what did I learn from that to then implement in the next year.
How do you feel about spending your mid-20s being hustle, hustle, hustle?
I feel fine. I feel
I
like
feel
that's
like
what
it's
we're
part
supposed
of
to be
it.
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking that too.
I feel like there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are in their 30s and even 40s that are like, you have so much time. Like, just keep hustling, fighting for what you
Yeah,
want.
for
Not to
sure.
be like super preachy, but I'm
At the same
always,
time, anytime you can start at any time.
start
You
anytime.
can start
Yeah.
early, you can start late, as long as you're like doing what you like to
Sometimes
do,
you
you
got to
know?
start slow, but you finish fast.
Me.
Yeah. Me. Yeah. No, I feel good though. I want more money. Like, being money driven is weird because I'm always
Do you
like,
feel like you're money hungry?
I wouldn't say money hungry. Like, I don't feel greedy, but I'm definitely like I need to like I got to think about my future
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
how am I going am I going to be able to retire? Like, what is my future going to look like? Am I going to wake up every day in my 40s and 50s and like work for someone else or worry about money or not be able to spend on who my loved ones, like friends and family?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say hungry in like a greedy Wolf of Wall Street way, more just like I need to make sure that I'm good and that everyone that I care about is also good.
I've been thinking the same, um, but more so of like not, it's not like I don't want to do things because they cost money, but I'm like more aware of how much things cost. I'm starting to realize how much things will affect me in my future finances
Mm.
in regards to like buying a new sweater or like buying something new. It's like if I'm buying that, then it puts me back a little bit on saving up or buying something that actually benefits me,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Versus like a superficial material
Exactly.
in the
Like
now
there's yeah,
thing.
exactly. It sucks because like I don't want to not be the one. I don't want to be the one that's like, oh, I don't want to go out because I don't want to spend money. But it's like maybe more pick and choose of what I want to spend my time doing,
Yeah.
and where I want to put that money. Because if I spend the money going out or like buying a new sweater, then I can't buy a piece of gear that might help me or a new way to learn. Like if I put money towards like a program to learn, then it will offset what I want to do. You know?
Yeah, I've ran into that issue basically all my life because I'm always, I wouldn't say cheap because I'll spend on what I want to spend on. Like, I bought workout gear from Rogue, and Rogue is like one of the priciest equipment suppliers. But like that's something that I really care about. So it's like I'm down to spend on this.
Same with me in a piece of music gear. Where it's like yeah, it's expensive, but I know that this is going to benefit my life. Where
Mhm.
there's some things that don't like buying a new sweater. It's nice to have a new sweater, but realistically, like spending 120 on a sweater, I'm like that kind of hurts.
Yeah. You know what I've been doing? So I've always been, what's that word when you're not cheap, but you're like
Frugal?
yeah, I've always been frugal growing up.
Explain frugal for
Frugal
people that
just
might
like
not know.
I don't necessarily care to spend a lot on like a really nice steak or really nice drink. I'm good with like I'll give me the average steak or like the classic drink. Like I'm not trying to spend a lot. So I've been that way. I
Is
don't know,
that
up until like this year,
is that the
really.
definition of frugal?
That's my
I always
definition.
thought like frugal was like I'm gonna eat ramen with egg
I don't go that
because
low, or not low, I shouldn't say, but I don't go to that extent of being frugal. It's more
okay,
just like the B tier decisions of money. It's like I don't need to splurge on that, but I
for
did
sure.
splurge on the Rogue equipment.
But like
But
you said, that's something that benefits you in your life, right?
yeah, and like I know that that's something that makes me happy.
I'm gonna Google frugal just to make sure.
Google frugal.
It's sparing or economical as regards to food or money. So
Yeah,
I
I
guess
would
there's
say
a spectrum of it.
I definitely am more on the frugal side than the spend, not carelessly, but like just spend when I want to.
Simple and plain and costing little.
That's definitely me. With food, 100%. I eat
Yeah.
like oatmeal every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like ramen with an egg for dinner because
Yeah.
like I could use that money somewhere else, you
Yeah.
know?
But in 2021, I would say like October, November was like my biggest money spending months ever. And that was on like
Really?
food and drinks and just going out and like
Oh
paying
yeah,
for other
you were
people's
going out a
drinks.
bunch
Just like
for
I don't know,
sure.
I just didn't care. I was like I want these experiences because even though I'm frugal, you don't get this time back, right? You don't get these
True.
experiences,
Yeah,
these
yeah, yeah.
times with friends. So that was
It's
it
very
hurt the
true.
bank a lot in those months, but now those months are over and Christmas is over, so I've done my Christmas shopping and it's kind of like, okay, let's regroup, let's reset. You have periods of spending a lot, periods of spending little. This is just how life goes. And also too with,
It's true too.
like buying things like, oh, this could go towards my ultimate goal. That's true, but like, we all got to take a vacation sometimes. What life is dedicating every single time, second, and dollar to your dream? It's like, of course you want that, but like,
Also
there's life outside of that too. Yeah,
live your life. Like find the hobbies besides the major one that you like to do. Like maybe you like to cook. So it's like
yeah.
put some money towards cooking and learn to do something else just to like balance your mental state, you know?
Hmm.
My sister, I think it was a sister, she mentioned this one thing one time that always stuck with me. It was like you'll make them like the money will come when you need it.
I was gonna say like money comes and goes all the time.
Yeah,
So it's like,
she always say that like because she lives in Portugal now and just lives a frugal life and does just the best things over there. You know, she's just doing all these random endeavors, but it's like she doesn't worry about making the money or like worrying about like saving up too much, kind of in a sense where it's like
mhm.
when you need the money, it'll come. Like you'll find a way to make the money, pick up a job, you'll do that. So it's like don't hold on to it so hard. Put it out, make it help you live your life the way you want to, rather than be like, oh, I have $10,000 saved. Like I need to save this for retirement.
For
It's like
some arbitrary thing like
exactly.
property
She's like,
investment.
when you
Yeah.
need the money, it'll come.
There's a some like entrepreneur guy was like, "Oh, what should I be spending?" Some kid asked him, "What should I be spending all my money on? Should it be like property? Should it be in my career? This and that." The guy said, "Invest as much money as you can into yourself, whether that's
Mm,
courses or books or like further developing yourself." Because I guess you probably said something along the lines of, "You are your own ultimate weapon,
asset.
tool,
Yeah.
asset." Like, in order for you to achieve and become this great person, you need to put in the time to develop yourself now to become that person.
To take advantage of these things that you like to do and these
Mhm.
things that you have, you know?